What's up, guys? This is Shorty. Today I'm going to be trying to show you guys how to do a tray flip. I know a lot of people out there can do them, but for those of you that can't, I'm just going to kind of try to show you guys what I do, and maybe this can help you guys. So basically you can call this a tray flip trick tip. Basically, you want to know how to kick flip first. It's not a must. You don't need to. But what I always tell people is your front foot for the setup is going to be wherever you put it to do a kickflip. In my case, I put it up really high. So your back foot, you're going to want to have a good grip, a good feel on that tail. It doesn't matter where you put it, really. You want a good feel on that tail, enough to where you can scoop it and control it really well. And then what you're going to do is, if you just watch my front finger, the front finger never really moves. My aim, every time I do it, I try to keep it straight. So, you can kind of practice that a little bit. Don't even try to land it. Just try to keep your finger straight like this. Just, you don't have to try to land it right away. Just kind of work on keeping that finger straight. Because if you notice, when I do it, my front finger will stay straight, and the back finger will actually go in front of the front finger. I mean, that's just to show you guys how much it is in the scoop. I mean, it's really all in the scoop. You really don't have to flick much, It's always that back finger. You know what I'm saying? So practice like that a couple times, Don't try to land it. Just try to get the flick, Work on getting the flick. Work on keeping your front finger. I mean, of course it's going to flip 360. It's a 360 flip. But work on keeping your front finger above the nose at all times. And when I say nose, when it comes around the first 180, it's going to be above the tail. But work on keeping it above the front part of the board at all times, so then you can bring it down. And you'll learn control, as you go on. But like I said, don't try to land it. Just use that back finger. Work on your rotation. And once you feel comfortable enough to work on that rotation, if you notice, I'm just keeping my front finger straight at all times, because that's basically what it's in. I mean, you do the flip, you keep your front finger straight, you catch it, connect, and then you land it. So just kind of do this a couple of times, a couple hundred times, however many times you need to do it. It's not, there's no rush. You're just going to get angry, and maybe even sometimes just work on putting your front finger down on it, doing this, because then you're going to learn, if, some say you do like this, and you don't have, it doesn't flick all the way, you land upside down. So you're like, okay, maybe I need to throw that front finger out a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? So it's just all in the back foot. But the catch and land is pretty much all in that front foot. Because, I mean, I used to practice doing this. Put your front finger on it first, and then flop that back finger down on it. And then eventually, it'll become natural to you. And it'll become one of the easiest tricks you probably ever will do. So just, like I said, don't try to land it right away. Just kind of work on, keeping that front foot above it. You want to keep your back foot up. After you snap it back, keep that back foot up, because you never really know how the rotation is going to go. And really, these are like one of those hit or miss tricks. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are at them. It's always going to be, a couple of times where you're just going to be like, man, I should have landed that one, So, yeah, just kind of practice like I showed you guys, and it'll become really natural to you. Like I said, you are going to want to be able to kickflip, or at least that's what I tell people. It's not a must. But like I say, wherever you set up for a kickflip is where I recommend to set up for pretty much anything. Even like a hard flip or something like that, or you're working on a flip trick in general that is a kickflip variation. I always think that you should know how to do a kickflip, because whether it's a varial flip, whether it's a hard flip, no matter what kind of flip it is with a kickflip, I always set up like I would for a kickflip, and that's with the front foot anyway. Most of the tricks that I do, I set up the same way. It's just all in that back foot. So whereas I might have it here for a tray flip, I might move it this way for a hard flip, or might keep it, you know, more centered, but on the back more for a kickflip. So it really just depends on your back foot placement. But as far as your front foot, you know, I always tell people just keep it right where, you know, right where you kickflip, and then it'll usually just do the flip every time for you. So anyway, I know I just kind of rambled on a lot, but hopefully, you know, just kind of practicing like this, not trying to land it, just practicing keeping your front foot above it will help you. You know, maybe even working on just getting only that front finger on will help, because then you'll learn where to aim your fingers while the board flips, and you know, then you'll have, you know, better aim, quicker reaction to the actual flip itself. Because some, you know, I see a lot of people trying them and it just goes all crazy. You know, they're putting too much scoop or way too much flick. Like I said, you want just barely any flick at all. It's all in that back foot. So so yeah, anyway, I hope this helped you guys, and you know, I'm gonna try to do more trick tips. I don't even know, you know, if you guys are gonna be into the videos, the trick tip videos. Let me know in the comments below. You know, I'm sure most of you guys know how to do a lot of tricks and everything. So, you know, I just kind of bored. You know, I figured I'd do a video. Didn't really know what to do. I figured I'd do a trick tip. So anyway, thank you guys for watching.